Hello, everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. Big up to all of you. I hope you're doing very, very well. Welcome back to another evening show, another late night show. I've got my my Champions League top on from Porto. Can you believe it? I didn't buy a top in Poland. Don't have a top. All I've got is the hat, which I'll show you. Ugh. It's got my Champions League top, and I've got my Conference League hat. It doesn't get much better than that. Conference League. I saw Chelsea win this, and then not long after, I saw us win the Europa League. Mad. Absolutely mad. It is an intriguing day for Chelsea fans, where, to be honest with you, we thought the Delap deal might move a little bit quicker, but it's been pushed back to Monday, the medical. We won't be seeing anything over the weekend, so we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait for the weekend, and then on Monday we'll have a little bit more information, some more details, and we can go for everything at that point. But what I will say is I'm pretty excited for the Delap deal to come through, and I'm hoping that it's going to push us on to be more ambitious, generally speaking, anyway. Because, listen, I mean, we like the fact that we've done some business early. I think that's a great thing, but at the same time, don't just stop there. Can we try and push on and see what happens? And what other players we can attract. That's what I would like to see. Before I did this stream, I was watching. I just started watching Married to the Game. You know, the series about footballers' wives and wags, and basically all their. It's mad. It is mad. The houses that these people live in, and I'm seeing things like personal shoppers being like, "Oh, look, I bought you this to wear. It's the only one in the UK." The lives of some of these people. Like Riyad Mahrez's missus. What a fucking life. Living it up in Saudi. Flying to Manchester every week. I haven't watched season 1, though. So I'm straight on season 2. I haven't actually seen the Tarkowski one. But I have seen the video of it. Everyone's seen the clips, you know. Jorginho's missus saying to him, "Oh, you're not going to marry me today?" And he's like, "Nah." But he actually did propose to her, so big up, fair play. And like, you see that clip and you think, "Oh, she's a bit weird," but actually watching it, seem like nice ladies, to be fair. Like generally good people that just want to take care of their families like anyone. But what do I know? It's all a series, isn't it? You want to look good on camera and all that. But there you go. Big up to everyone watching. Hope you're doing well. We've got almost 50 of you in here at the moment. Let's see if we can get straight up to the magic number. 45 likes. 45 likes. Just shy of 50. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Appreciate everybody jumping on at this time. And I hope you've had a good day. And I hope you're having a good evening wherever you are. Big up to Jordan. I hope you're doing well, mate. Big up to Rubik's. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Big up to Showman. I hope you're doing well. Paul, good to. Oh, Paul, are you the guy that shook my hand when I was sitting down with my headphones on in the airport in Poland? Was that yourself, or was that, or were we the ones we were sitting with Ricky, or is it that Paul? Okay, awesome. Well, big up to you. Good to meet you as well, mate. Really appreciate the kind words as well. That was very nice of you. You and your brother Nicky. Yes, I'm with you. Well, hopefully the journey was, well, I say pleasant, as easy as it can be. I know some people had a few problems with their flights, but no, we were okay in the end. I got straight back to Luton, got picked up, and I was home within sort of an hour and a half, so it wasn't too bad in fairness. But yeah, I know a couple of people who struggled with flights, passport as well. Some people lost their passports and they had to go all the way to Warsaw. That was a nightmare. Is Jackson going to Man United? We will be talking about it. We will be talking about it. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Chelsea have asked Delap to play in the Club World Cup instead of the Euros. That seems to be true. I would not disagree with that. Big up to Thomas as well. I've always found Polish people very nice. Love Poland. In fact, maybe tonight I'll upload it or tomorrow morning. I actually want to do a review of Poland, my trip in Poland. I think that people obviously want to talk about a number of different aspects to do with that trip, and there'll be things in the media that are spoken about in such a prevalent way, especially the small amount of violence, small and I won't say pathetic because obviously you shouldn't be violent, but it's not even like intentional a lot of the time. What happens is, and I've spoken to so many fans, Chelsea fans, everybody seems to think that we are the Chelsea of 1980, 1985, whatever it is, like rough and up for a scrap, which we were for many years. I'm fully aware. That's what Chelsea used to do, but we don't really do that anymore. Most clubs don't do that in England. It's not a very prevalent thing. But when we go abroad, because we're English and because we're Chelsea, people seem to think that, we're some sort of animals just because we have a drink and we do a few chants and they think, oh, fucking hell, what are they going to do next? So what ends up happening is the Betis fans are opposite and someone throws a bottle and the other person throws a bottle. And, of course, there's going to be a small minority of fans that retaliate in some way. And by the way, I didn't see much fist fighting going on. I know there was a little bit. The first night, which was the Tuesday night, there was definitely some problems. I saw that. But from what I'm aware, the first night, it was Betis that caused the problems. It was either Betis or it was Polish locals. It wasn't Chelsea fans. And we got attacked. A bar that I was in. That's where you see a lot of the videos. I was in that bar for a little bit, not that long, about an hour, before I moved back into the main square. And, it's just so annoying, isn't it? And then in the main square, when I was there, at this point, I was severely drunk. So can't really remember all of it, to be honest with you. But I remember enough. I filmed a little bit of it. The police, they're just there. And it's like, can you go away, please? Like, if there's not a problem, why do you have to stand there? And we're not in a prison here. Like, we can have a laugh and have a drink and do some chants. Nobody's hurt. So why are we, it's almost like we're not cornered, but when, let's try and think of a scenario. You're in a situation where there's two people, two mates, or maybe not mates, whatever. And you, by being there, makes that situation worse. Could be like that you're escalating an argument and you're, just winding someone up and then it gets worse. It could be a number of things. Who knows? But it was like that with the police. And I just saw at times, it's just a bit weird. You make it worse by being there. If the police wasn't there in certain situations, I actually don't think there would have been big problems. I really don't. Because they create a divide between the two fan bases. And then what happens is one or two people get a bit rowdy and the police take it out on everyone. And then everyone gets blamed. And I think that's what happened in Poland. So, my experience in Poland was a very good one. But the articles, some of the stuff I saw, that it was like Poland looks like a war site. No, it wasn't a war site. Nothing like that. It was a great country. It was a beautiful country, and there was lovely people, and even the Spanish fans were lovely. So I won't even sit here and say anything otherwise. I mean, I presume they probably are true, the Brathwaite links. I would guess that they are. Do I think Jackson should be gone for the 1v1 miss versus Betis? No, he scored. So you've got to give him some credit. Although I know a lot of people who despise him. You know, I spoke to some people who think he's absolutely rubbish. And I'll be honest with you, I feel underwhelmed by Jackson this season. I felt underwhelmed because he didn't really kick on. He basically was the same as last year. The only difference was last year he finished strong, and this year he didn't. He started strong. So for me, after 2 years of judging a player, I think you have a really good idea because you've got some data to look back on as well. And numbers aren't everything, but why are we looking at Goalkeeper and all these other players, well, as fans at least, and saying this is the guy we should bring in because he scores a lot of goals, stats are good. And you look at Jackson and it's like, okay, yeah, he runs a lot. He's, good player. He's still developing. Fair enough. But is he improving? I'll be honest with you. I don't think Jackson's improved. I think he's the same as last year. But, people would argue that. How's the tennis coaching going? It's good. Back on it today. 7 hours. Another 4 tomorrow. Couple on Sunday. I got to get it in. And then I'm off to Greece. So I will be working weekends. So it's got to be done. Do I prefer Brathwaite or Gurhey? I think Gurhey probably better now, but I think Brathwaite better long term. Me personally, I go for Gurhey, but I appreciate why people want Brathwaite. He's tall, he's an aerial presence. He's pretty good with his feet as well. But no, for me, Gurhey. Gurhey's always been my preference, especially because he knows Chelsea as well. I think that's always important. Good to see you, Gemma. I hope you're doing well. I am doing very, very well. Why was there water cannons at the game? I don't know if I remember water cannons at the game, but I mean there was certainly water cannons in the square in Poland, and the reason that they're there is to obviously show that the police have real power, and they do have power. They have the authority to really hurt you if they want to. And that's obviously up to the Polish police to decide how they handle things. But yeah, I do feel like there was a definite bias for the Spanish fans compared to the English ones because, when they were going for Betis, and I was on the Betis side, as a lot of you already know, they didn't actually hit anyone with the water cannon. But as soon as the Chelsea fans are there, straight in your face. And they had pepper spray, all of that, tear gas. I don't know if it was pepper spray, but they definitely had tear gas. So, yeah, they weren't messing around at all. Just join the stream. That title has me in tears. If I had to watch Højlund and Nico play for my team, I'd poke my eyes out with a fork. But I think that, to be quite honest with you, I think Jackson would be a better player for United than Højlund. I mean, Højlund's been crap. They did hit people with water cannons. Where are you, Matty? Do you want to jump on, mate? I've never had you on a stream before. Why have I never had you on a stream? I'm sending you the link. Jump on, mate. I've sent you the link. I want to hear what you have to say about it, Matt, because I wasn't with the Chelsea fans at that point. I ended up going back to the hotel when it got even worse, and that's when the Chelsea fans got hit. So I was actually streaming at that time. It's fine. What are you smoking? I don't want to know, actually. I don't want to know. No, just all right. Have your camera off then, Matt. Camera off. Why don't you do that? Just keep your camera off. Just turn your camera off, mate, and then it's fine as long as your camera's off. They were looking for Alex. Brother, we don't need anyone other than Victor Osman. Yeah, we know this, Gene or John. But it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It is not going to happen. We're not going to get Osman. People talking about Osman. It's not going to happen. It would have already happened if we were really a serious club in that sense. We're not. We have targets financially, and we are unable to guarantee success with the players that we have. We're unable to guarantee that. But we also are unable to guarantee that spending money on big players will work either. And that's the concern that I think the owners have, is that they think, what if we sign Osman and it doesn't work? Like when they signed Sterling on big money, or a lot of these other players. And I think there's definitely a part of that thinking in there. But I think one of the main parts is resale value. And, you know, if they buy Osman and he's at Chelsea for 5 years, what will they sell him for? What profit would they make? I think the answer is not much. Whereas if we sold Cole Palmer within the next 8 years, we would make more money than we paid for him. And that's the idea, isn't it? That they have assets that they can sell, but also if they retain, they can perform as well. And they know that when they sell, they're not just selling; they're profiting. They're making money. They're making money on it. So, yeah. That's the other issue with getting Osman. How do you explain to the other players who you told they had to fit into the wage structure? I agree. I absolutely agree with that. But hey, you know, we'll see. I think a lot of players would understand it because of the caliber of the player. You know, no disrespect to Palmer, but before he signed for us, you know, he wasn't exactly the talk of the town, was he? Nobody was talking about Cole Palmer. He made his name at Chelsea. You know, and Chelsea are facilitating that for a lot of young players. Noni Madueke, a lot of these guys. So when you bring in a star, I think it makes more sense why you're paying them big money. How we doing, Matty?
What's happening, Gov? You all right?
Mate, I don't think I've ever had you on a stream before.
Because I've got better things to do.
No, you're on Lewis's stream, that's why.
Nah, they're all them people who go on there are fucking nerds, man.
You don't do Lewis's streams anymore? I thought you used to do that all the time.
Nah, if Lewis is speaking about something normally, and I scroll past and sometimes, but nah, half the people that go on there they're all from like, what the hell do they know? They know nothing about being Chelsea. They just ramble on a load of shit.
Oh, you mean because they don't go to games?
Yeah, and they act like they're oh mate, they just talk shit. It's not even just that; they just talk so much shit, mate.
I'll be honest. I don't really. I mean, sometimes I'll tune into Lewis, but I don't. I don't really listen to. To be honest, I don't really listen to many streamers at all.
The Joe's a little weirdo on there, like fucking Joe, that American geezer, the one that just cries all the time and thinks he just knows the best about everything. He just thinks he knows everything, mate. But he couldn't even tell you where Matthew and Arden Lower is.
Who's Joe? Do I know Joe?
I don't know. He's just some.
Does he have like a name? I know some people. I know there's a guy called Strasbourg, Steve. and all the
No,
rest.
no.
No,
Steve's all right. To be fair to him,
oh, Steve's all right.
he just drinks about 100 Red Bulls a day and watches every single game possible.
That's impressive, to be fair. That he supports like 9 teams apparently.
Yeah,
Can you
he
imagine
does,
that?
like from every league, and watches all their games.
So Matt, talk to me about Poland, because we were just talking about the water cannons and all that sort of stuff. Like, talk to me about it.
They got both set of fans. They got the Chelsea fans first, and then like the lorry like went off, and all the Real Betis fans were cheering, and then like 15 minutes later, because they had all the riot police in front of the Chelsea fans, like the Real Betis fans started giving it like fuck, like when we had all the riot shields in front of everyone. And
Right.
then after like 10 minutes, this water cannon thing came back and it just went through the Real Betis fans and everyone was like, "Way!" cheering. It was just funny.
I'll show you because I was with the Betis fans, and I'll show you the video when we had.
Of course you was, you turncoat.
No. The reason I was with the Bet, I was trying to get to the Chelsea end, but there was bloody riot police blocking it, and then we got chased. So I was eating a pizza, and then that's when I went over. So that's why I was on the other side. So I did get a few comments saying, "What are you doing with the Real Betis fans?" I was like, "No, I wasn't hanging out with them. I was trying to." I was trying to get to the Chelsea end. This is the video as well when the police got involved. I'll share that with everyone.
Is this from the Real Betis side, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I never really went round to that side. So I was inside there, just, you know where the white tents are.
Wait for it to finish, because I can't really hear you, man. Don't fuck about with the water cannons.
They're going in the bus.
Hey, don't fuck about. Okay, get out of it. Okay. You enjoying yourself, man? Look at that guy. He fell over, bless him.
That's quality.
Mate, honestly, I don't think he got hit by the water cannon, by the way. He just fell over anyway. So I think the police were probably just staring at him thinking like,
no,
come on, man.
So they had a big, you know, one like them cameras they have on match day on the side, you know, the really expensive ones. Well, one of them got sprayed with the camera guy, and he went absolutely flying as well as his camera. I'm pretty sure his camera would have broke.
Oh,
One of them
what is
mad
that in the Betis
expensive ones.
section?
You know the big ones you have to put on a stand, and yeah, they're massive.
Yeah.
Like,
Was that the guy that was lying down?
well, he got shot with one of them water cannons as well as all the other Chelsea fans.
Shit.
Yeah, but when they came past, every time they came past the Chelsea fans, they had them big red bottles of spray with pepper spray in them, and I got sprayed with that twice. And honestly, generally it's absolutely fucking savage.
What's it like? So like,
What's
so
it
describe.
like?
Yeah,
What, getting sprayed with pepper spray?
I've never been sprayed.
Fuck, it absolutely fucking burns like fuck. You can't touch it, and the longer it goes on, it gets worse and worse and worse until it's not. Just burns on your skin for fucking ages. It's so savage. So when them water cannons came past, I weren't really too bothered about them. It was when the riot shield walked past us, like had us all in front of the tents, and they put out the 3 pans of pepper spray. Oh my god, I felt panic through my whole entire body. I was like, oh no, not again. I was like, they were so ruthless with the pepper spray. They were just doing anyone that was in the vicinity, like even if you weren't doing anything, you could have been a victim of pepper spray. Like they were getting, I reckon they had a well good day at work. Some of the police officers, they were like, fucking hell, like scraps all day, rugby tackle, bear man, pepper sprayed about 150 people.
Yeah, but did we provoke them?
Yeah, but you fuck me, yeah.
So that's why they did it then, because people were throwing bottles at the police.
Yeah, so it was like it was a bit. To be fair, but the worst thing about it, the people that was actually starting it for the Chelsea lot were the young kids who are like 18 years old, looked like it was their first away game, seeing like a bunch of people start throwing shit. But then as soon as the police ran at them, they were literally the first ones gone, like completely gone from the area. And then at this point here, they've riled up load of Betis fans, and then you've got everyone throwing shit at each other. But the people actually initiating it weren't like, it was just a bunch of young kids being fucking stupid more than it was like people looking for a row. It was more just the young kids. But then once the older boys and the other ones got dragged into it, just they weren't going to back down. But it was just a shame to see the young kids starting it, but then not just staying there to finish it. Then it's like you can do that then, but don't fucking start shit and then run away. If you're not going to do that, then just fucking be normal, drink, fucking speak to your mates. Why'd you have to fucking throw a drink at a fucking Real Betis fan? And then
So it wasn't that they threw it at the police, and you're saying they threw it at
they
the
did
Betis fans.
yeah, someone threw a blue flare at the police. But that's when they started coming in with the water cannon, because like pretty much it started off with like just Chelsea just throwing, like not even throwing, it was just singing songs to each other. And then, just slagging each other off. You fuck all. Someone throws a blue smoke over, someone throws a green smoke over. Next thing you know, people are throwing fucking smoke grenades at each other. And then that smoke grenade turns into bottles and glasses, and then glasses turns into chairs. And then next thing you know, and then the riot police come in, spread it all out. They're then side with the other side. But then
I saw the
instead of letting
reinforcements as
everything
well
cool
for the riot
down,
police.
you get them young fans throwing shit at the police. So that's why the water cannon's coming on, even though there weren't much going on. The police are thinking, yeah, fuck these cunts. Let's just get absolute all of them fucking wet. But
Yeah,
but that weren't really the problem. It was when they were pepper spraying people. I thought it was so savage. It's all part of the experience, though. Do you know what I mean? Like it's
no,
just
it
fun.
is. It is. I see this comment as well from my Yusuf. He says everyone told me not to go to Poland for this because of this being possible, and I see their point now. Because imagine we were playing Legia Warsaw in the final
Oh
with their fans; it
God!
would be worse.
Oh my God! That would have been absolutely fucking carnage if we would have played Legia Warsaw in that final. Like, because quite a lot of them Betis fans are really sound as well. Like, a lot of them were there for a laugh. It's just that you'd get, like, sometimes you've got to read the room. Like, you got to look at the fans who are ahead of you and be like, do they look like they're up for a bit of banter, or do they look like they're up for a fight? And it was like so like when it was like, so we was right in the, so when you see the bottle that geezer getting smashed with a chair, we was right in the middle of that. And and it was started by about 18-year-old kids all wearing Chelsea shirts, starting and throwing plastic cups with drinks in, with 40 big strong, like all wearing black, and they start throwing shit at them. Like, yeah, and then next thing you know, like they've run across the road, picked up about 30, 40 glasses, because that's how many of them were. And it was like raining glasses, mate. It was like raining glass. They were throwing that much bottles and stuff. That's why when you're seeing people back off, you were seeing people back off, and that's when they came from behind me and a few of my mates, and that's when we got really badly pepper sprayed by the police.
Have you seen the video of Ricky on TikTok?
If it's doing something bad, don't say names. Don't put the video up.
No, it's not. It's not something bad, but well, basically, they were throwing. I think we were being attacked by the Betis fans, and Ricky was. You can hear Ricky. You can see Ricky, and then you can hear him go saying, "Don't fucking run! Don't fucking run!" And Cam sent it through. It was hilarious. It was really funny.
Yeah,
and I was sat next to Ricky in the airport.
You shouldn't run. You shouldn't run. What me and Arsenal were doing, because we was just in front.
I'm
of
going to
Ricky.
forward it to you as well. I'll send it to you now, so you know which. I won't put it on screen though. I won't do that.
Yeah, because you don't know what will get reported.
No, I won't do that then. Yeah, just watch it, and I'm trying. So, were you there just on the when? Because I know that we're talking about Wednesday. We're talking about match day when it got a little bit spicy. Were you there on the Tuesday as well for the same things? Because I didn't see it on the Tuesday. Really, I saw it
Yeah,
on
I
the
was I
Wednesday.
was there. I was there on the Tuesday. It was probably worse. It was worse on the Tuesday than it was on the Wednesday.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah, it was a lot worse on the Tuesday. So like, what happened on the Wednesday, like on match day, like I didn't really mind. It's just the only thing I knew was I did not want to get pepper sprayed on match day. That was a fucking fact. It burnt for the rest of the evening, even into the morning. It just burnt my skin really bad.
Hmm.
Even now, like my skin, like part of it where I've just been like rubbing it and stuff, it just doesn't feel like my skin feels so like sore in some spots. And fucking where we had where I was in the middle of it, obviously people were fucking behind me. Some fucking dickhead of a Chelsea fan has fucking thrown something, like I think a beer can, and smashed me right in the fucking shoulder blade, mate. Well, fuck, like even
Oh,
that, it's in
God.
absolute pieces.
So you got hit by Chelsea fans. They obviously weren't aiming for you.
Yeah, but I weren't in the front of it either. Do you know what I mean? I'm there with my mates. If my mates would have gotten bother, I'm there to back up my friends. I'm not there to fucking wound up fucking 30,000 Real Betis fans. Do you know what I mean? Like regardless of what you say as well, we were also very much outnumbered there as well. They brought a lot of fans with them. Real Betis.
They probably had
13,000 maybe.
no, but how many more than us? Not quite double, but
No, I think if they had a good 20,000 with. I think they had a good 7,000-8,000 more. That's
yeah.
why when you see all the fighting videos, you're seeing 4 Betis fans to 1 Chelsea fan, because even when we got rushed, it weren't like, there's probably about 20. Quite a lot of them with us were just
Wait, Matt,
look
you
like.
you cut out a little bit. So can you start again that little bit? I missed that bit.
From what bit?
You were talking about 4 Betis fans and 1 Chelsea fan.
Yeah, like a lot of the fights that you see, if you've seen the pictures online, like there's a few Betis fans to 1 Chelsea fan, because there was a lot of them. So when they wanted to go off, a lot of them was going off at a smaller, like not as many Chelsea fans, and a lot of the Chelsea fans are running away. It was more of the older boys that were standing their ground, but it was a lot
Classic.
more.
Tends to
So
be the
it was
case
Real
as
Betis
well.
fans attacking the Chelsea more, but it was more. So when they were, it was just Chelsea were just trying to hold their own more than anything. So Chelsea were trying to hold their own, but it was more Chelsea instigating it by throwing plastic cups, throwing flares, being stupid, just the young kids. But it was Real Betis like instigating the scraps. Do you know what I mean?
So basically, yeah, it started because of us, basically.
But not even that. It's just the immature. It's just the kids who like. And I don't mind if kids want to be like, oh yeah, you know what, fuck him, want to throw a flare at him. But you can't throw a flare at him, run away, and then he's then attacking a different Chelsea fan. He's just going after a Chelsea fan. Do you know what I mean? And then because
You
he's
probably
doing
think
something.
that those are the same people, though. Like
Yeah, do you know what I
that's
mean?
what
It's
the
just
Betis fans
like
would have thought.
it's just one person. But most of the time, it's just the young kid. Generally, it was just the young kids, because I know people that weren't even involved with it and been locked up for 36 hours just for being wrong place, wrong time.
So they missed the game.
Missed the game, but they never got reported by the police. Never gave a statement. They just arrested them at the time, locked them up for 36 hours, let them out. No paperwork, no nothing. Didn't ask names, nothing.
Did they? I mean, how did they treat them?
No water, no food, no contact, literally nothing. Completely nothing. Locked up, left in the room 36 hours, let back out, no details. Just left. Boom, just like that.
No water, nothing.
Like, yeah, literally nothing.
Fucking
Nothing for
ridiculous.
36 hours.
Oh my god, I didn't realize it was that bad.
Like, it's just, yeah, they were just going a bit rough. Like I said, there was a lot of Betis fans. Like there was a lot going on. Like there was a lot of glasses being smashed. Like there was a lot of people cut up as well, like really badly cut up from all these bottles that were getting thrown over.
No, it's not good, mate. It's not good. But I mean, the thing is, you just don't mess around with Polish police. Like, we knew that already.
No,
Anyone
but like it was all right. Do you know what I mean? I reckon if it was PSG, I reckon it'd been 10 times worse.
what if it was French fans?
Yeah,
How come?
because they're fucking ruthless.
What the French are? What you think they would have retaliated against?
The French fans are a lot more ruthless than like French PSG fans are fucking ruthless, mate.
We used to have that reputation. We're sort of away from all that now, aren't we?
But none of them boys go anymore, and half of them, if they did, could probably fuck it. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like everyone just, yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, and as well, you have to remember, if it's not the same in football, English it is in other leagues. Remember, it's so heavily policed over here. You can't even bring flares anywhere without having 3-year bans. Like I don't know what it's like I think it's all right in Europe, but if I know in England it's heavily banned, like flares and pyros in stadiums and stuff like that. Remember they've got drones outside the ground everywhere. If you do anything, you're getting a fucking ban. Anything outside, anything within the ground, you get instant just banned. It's like for a lot of people who want to go to the games, it's not worth it. You've got to hand your passport in every time there's an away game, like an abroad game. There's a lot of hassle.
No, it's true, mate. It is true.
It's not just black and white being like, oh, people like it's just there's a lot of people throwing a lot of stuff a lot way on the line just over like a little bit of argument. Do you know what I mean?
No, it's funny. I'll tell you a funny story as well. After Forest, right? So me and Cam, we had a room in Ibis, and the next morning I had an early train because obviously I had to get to Stansted to get to Poland. Anyway, I get to my hotel room in Poland, and he still hasn't got back home to Basingstoke, mate. And he's got the train. He's had a heavy night, to be clear. He's had a heavy night, and can you guys please bring some important topic instead of breathing on the past, please? We will, mate. We will. Relax. We will. Don't worry. I'm going to go through it all, Nicholas, mate. But you know, it is nice to actually just talk about. Like the thing is, what you've got to realize as well, guys, is Matt has actually been at these bloody games in the thick of it. So even though I was in there for some of the stuff happening on Wednesday, I wasn't with the Chelsea fans all of the time. So
yeah,
I think it's interesting just hearing like your perspective because you're in the middle of it.
Yeah, like I don't get me wrong, I wasn't instigating. I weren't out there being like giving it all the fucking big Barry and that. I was out there looking out for my pals. If anyone would have started on my pals, I'd have got involved. Do you know what I mean? We all just stuck in the middle. We just held our own in the middle. We weren't aggravating nothing. We were just like standing there. We just said to ourselves, there's a lot of people recording and running. We didn't want to be any cameras running away.
Mm.
And that's where we decided, and that's what all of us done.
No, I think it's fascinating, mate. I think it's fascinating, and we probably won't have a trip to Poland for a long time. I mean, I don't know if there are any Polish teams in the Champions League. I presume there probably isn't.
No, yeah, fuck knows, mate. But
Don't think there is,
might do. Probably there's about 100 teams in the Champions League now.
Well, I think Warsaw's the best one, isn't it? The one that we played.
No,
Are they?
No, it's not. I'm pretty sure they're like the third.
Okay. Well, let us know in the chat as well, guys. Are there any Polish teams in the Champions League? I honestly don't know, to be quite frank. But Matt, I mean, we're going to go for a bit of the news as well. I don't know if you've seen some of the stuff, but we're going to go through something that's been said via Steve K. I've heard a few articles from Steve K. This is it's called Football Transfers. What a name. And this is what it says in this particular quote. It says Man United have expressed their interest in completing a surprise summer move for Chelsea striker Nicholas Jackson. Do you have any thoughts on that,
he's
Matt?
a good player.
So you obviously want to keep him.
Yeah, mate. Just look at his numbers. He's nearly got as many goals. He's got like nearly 29 or 34 goals in total for Chelsea. Like he's just behind like Fernando Torres, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, you mean in since he's been
up,
here?
Yeah, look up his goal tallies for Chelsea. I'm pretty sure he's got like either high 20s or low 30s.
I mean, in total, he would probably it'll definitely be in at least the 20s.
All competitions I'm talking here.
Oh, all competition will be in the 30s, I reckon.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, let's have a look. So everything.
Like the
just for
reason why they
Chelsea.
want him is probably because they're looking at him and they're probably knowing Jim Radcliffe, the type bastard, who's probably going to want to do like 10 do what we do, put it over an 8-year contract over 12 installments, and asking if we take play by Klarna.
So he's played 78 times for us, 30 goals, 11 assists, so 41 GA.
But you know what? And I know
78.
people are getting on about Delap, yeah. But you know what? As long as Delap is fucking strong on his feet, won't get bullied. As long as we have a striker that's strong enough to bully Dan Burn, yeah, or bully a big fella like that, because every time we play against Dan Burn, we can't do any over the toolbox because he's such a bully. Like he bullies Jackson so bad. Hence why I end up getting the red just through pure frustration. But you have to pass it to his feet. If we can get someone. Like, if he's mad strong, because I can't lie, I haven't watched him loads. Like, how many times do you think I'm watching Ipswich play? Like, I'm not. I don't really care. Like, at the end of the day, we've just won the tournament. We've just been paid 18 million for. We get 3.5 million for Mason Mount playing in a final, and then he's going to be on like probably between 90 and 130k a week. Delap, mate, that's like. That pretty much pays for it just for winning the conference and Mason Mount, and maybe Ben Chilwell, like saving the money on Ben Chilwell. And do you know what I mean? Like, we've done a lot of stuff that already pays for. That's a striker done. Now we can get another striker to compete with him. We should put Jackson out to the left-hand side.
Do you want to play Jackson as a left winger?
I want Jackson to go in is to the left because he's not as clinical striker, but he's very good at football. And he's like, yeah, he's got that unruly dog in him. Do you know what I mean? Like a little, yeah. He's not very good at behaving in that.
No, I'm with you. I mean, no, I like the signing of Delap, mate. I like the signing. I haven't got a problem with it. I actually think there's an argument. If I was Delap, I would believe that I could start ahead of Jackson. I would be like, yeah, I can definitely.
But you know what? But if he went to Man United, like which he was linked with just before,
he would have easily been the number one.
Yeah, he would have
even had any competition.
guaranteed it because no way Hoyland starts over him. The geezer's absolutely washed, mate, and he's only fucking 12.
Yeah, no, it's true. I think he fits the system that Amorim wants to do really well, and I heard that he prefers life in Manchester up north. So I'm surprised.
How the fuck would Jackson know? He's fucking only lived down here.
No,
England.
I'm not. I'm talking about Delap. Oh, you're talking about Jackson. Okay, sorry, mate. So you're saying right, okay. You want Jackson on the left, and then you want Delap as a striker. You want them to play together.
Jackson as a left, Delap as a striker, but with another striker there as well. I want to get like a Victor Gokeres who's a bit taller because mate, I really wanted John Duran ages ago in January. That's who I wanted, a big 6'6" target man who's going to be good for Neto's crosses, who's just going to be there for because, mate, look at the whips that Palmer can do into the box, mate. Imagine a big bloke or a really, really big, tall target man could do in that position. That's why I think Delap's would be better than Osherman because Delap's bigger. He's taller than him. I think Osherman's only like 6'1".
I'm
taller.
I don't know how tall Osherman. He's only 6. Yeah, but the guy can finish, mate. He can finish. Like,
yeah, but
it's like you talk about height. Would you take Alcaraz from Atletico Madrid?
Yeah, but I've already spoken to Felipe.
I know. He's not coming. But
yeah,
I'm just saying
he's not coming back to England.
I'm just saying, would you take that? Like, I would take him. I think he's great.
Yeah, mate.
great
Yeah, but
player.
I was messaging Felipe
But that's got nothing to do with
when he
hype.
was with Julian Alvarez, saying get him to Chelsea, speak to him, get him to come to Chelsea. It's not that he just doesn't want. He wants to be in a hotter country.
No,
It's
no,
the weather he doesn't
he doesn't
like.
like the weather. I don't blame him, to be fair.
He wasn't. He wanted to be somewhere a bit nicer.
Can't blame him. It's
But like I
interesting. It's interesting as well because I'm talking about the Man United's Nicholas Jackson rumours. This is by Football Transfers, guys, as well. So if you want to check it out, you can check it out. I am not the source. We
Someone said
simply
Neto
read.
can't cross, mate. Neto can cross, but when you put him out on the left, when he plays his left foot, he's very good with his left foot. He just can't. He can't do it with his right. Hence why you put him on the right if you want him to shoot. But if there's no one, if he's not shooting, and the gaffer wants him to do crosses, you have to put him on the left because he's got a good crossing.
And you play Madueke on the right.
Yeah, and which they can do because he swapped him around the other day. Madueke was a lot better in the second half.
It's true. Just coming back to this article, this is what they're saying about Jackson. They're talking about Jason Wilcox is playing a key role in reshaping Man United's recruitment model, and he has identified Jackson as a suitable foil for Mateus Cunha, who is going to join Man United from Wolves. They have been told, Football Transfers have been told, that Wilcox is keen to bring in an athletic centre forward who is capable of stretching defences, and Jackson is viewed as a potential option by the Man United hierarchy. However, Chelsea are reluctant to negotiate a sale as things stand. Jackson's current contract at Stamford Bridge isn't due to expire until 2033 after signing a new deal last year. And he has been Chelsea's.
Sign him up for 8 more years.
I thought you were blowing your nose, man.
We want kids.
So yeah, 30 goals in 78 appearances, and that's 11 assists as well. 30 goals in 78 appearances across all competitions. So yeah, that's the main thing. But apparently United are interested in Jackson. By the way, I can actually see why that is concrete interest. I don't think that's waffle.
Jackson is good. You just can't rely on him to be the main man to get you to get you past the big games. He's just not an out and out finisher. I'm not saying he can't ever get there, but the problem is at Chelsea, we're constantly looking for the man that's going to do it in 2-3 years' time with no men to do it right now. And everyone who has done it here and now, like the Palmers and the Enzo when he first came, he obviously had that dip in form, but the geezer's back now, and that's what we're all worried about, and that's what we're all happy about. It's the players in the Conor Gallagher's last season, the ones who are just there to do it this season, and that's what we need, and that's what the owners need to look for, not the who's going to be good in 2-3 years. We need impact players if they want to stay in the Champions League, if they want to do well in the Premier League, because if we only have Premier League players and no Champions League, we're either going to risk games in the Premier League to win Champions League, and then if we do shit in the Champions League, we're not going to be in there next year. Do you know what I mean? It's very fucking you do have to prioritise the league.
No, it's true. It is true, mate. I think that we will get another striker. I just don't know whether it will be a Goalkeeper.
The thing is, though, if
Liam
Delap would have probably played the last time we played against Ipswich and they was at the Bridge, they probably would have fucking beat us.
Good argument for that.
It was 2-2, and let's be honest, it weren't exactly a convincing game, was it?
It was a shocker, mate. It was a shocker.
And they were missing a few big heads that game.
I mean, you were fuming after that one.
Yeah, but they showed me the passion, and I saw the passion.
What, a passion at Ipswich?
No, not at Ipswich, but after Ipswich. When it got important.
Mate, that was diabolical, mate. I remember that one very well. I'll see if I can. Yeah, that was the one where you basically agreed with me and you said Maresca ain't here.
Yeah, I know, but mate, do you know? Sometimes people can't. They can't just sit down on whatever. Like football's very, very emotional. Come
True.
on, G.
Fuck all, mate. I don't even know what the players are doing.
Sorry, man. You know, I do love a good fan count. I do love looking back on a good fan count. But no, I'm only taking the best.
Like,
I'm only
like
taking the
with like, don't get me wrong. Of course, Maresca's like stressed and stuff. Like he waited
What's
until the
your
last
thoughts on
game to
Maresca at the
guarantee the
moment
top
as well?
four.
Because I haven't done a U-turn because I don't love Maresca.
You
Let's just
can't
be
be
very clear.
Maresca out, Alex. Come on.
Hey, let me finish my sentence. Thank you very much.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Mate, I don't understand how you can be Maresca out after what's happened. No, I
You
don't get
can't.
it either.
You literally reached your
I'm
targets.
not. I don't love the guy. I don't love the guy, but I do respect what he's done. I respect him for what he's been able to achieve, and I give him so much credit for that. And I
Well, the
believe
players
that
like him, and
with better players as well, we will see better football with Maresca, like with any manager. But I think more specific to that style as well.
Yeah, he's good, mate. Like he's he's learning on the job. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I don't trust the owners to get another like a world's like. We had Luis Enrique who gave us a notebook and said, "This is what we need to give you. This is how we win a Champions League." The owners went, "No, we want a Championship manager who's going to do what he's told." And like, it's no point if the next manager we get in is going to be exactly the same. We just like might as well just stick with Maresca now. You might as well just learn on the job.
Well, the good thing about Maresca, like in fact, whoever was the manager this season, was just stability and keeping someone there for a little bit longer than a season, because that is embarrassing, mate. Sacking a manager every single year.
Poch brought a togetherness into that team, though.
No, he did, mate. He did, but then they sacked
even
him.
though, but like Poch had his fucking like doings, and he did have to go. But Poch did do some good in that team as well. I'm not that naive, and to think
mate, this is the thing that I'll speak to Lewis about. Oh, I'm sure Lewis will probably bring it up. Everyone brings up Pochettino to me, Matt. I'm not the one who brings it up anymore. Everyone talk. Like I see some of the comments.
Yeah, I don't care about Poch. I just
Mate,
I look at the good stuff.
Look at the vlog. So, mate, I'll show you this, right? So let's have a look, mate. The vlog I did for the Betis game, some of the comments were like, "Oh, Alex, you know, it's a fucking disgrace, mate. You've been criticizing Maresca the whole season. You're not allowed to celebrate with the rest of the Chelsea fans." And I'm like, "What? Am I not allowed to change my opinion? How does that work?"
Like it's frustrating. Do you know what I mean?
Everybody thinks that you just need to say the same thing all the time. Yeah, okay. I've been a big advocate for the criticism of Enzo Maresca. No doubt about it. But let's not act like we can't see a good thing when it's obvious. I think anyone can agree that he's had some tough moments. And if I was speaking to you, Matt, well, I was speaking to you outside Ipswich, for example, or Poland when Warsaw come to the bridge and beat us. Like we've had
he's done some very frustrating things. Like the one thing, regardless of him finishing 4th spot and getting the Champions League, so he got everything that I wanted him to get. So which is why I don't mind him staying, yeah. But changing the defenders as much as he did really, really, really wound me up sometimes. Like it really wound me up the fact that we could never just keep the same two playing all the time, changing all the time. Even like I said, even on the final, changed it up again. And don't get me wrong, like Badiashile and Chalobah weren't bad. It's just you just need consistency. Do you know what I mean? Like especially in the back, like having a good defense wins you the league. Like having a good defense and a solid striker that will get you goals, and it guarantees you a goal every other game. It's massive, absolutely massive.
Yeah, like one of the comments was like, "Nah, you don't get to big up Enzo Maresca." Well, what the fuck do you want me to do? Tell them to fuck off after we've won. Don't get it,
you
mate.
weren't crying though, was you, Alex?
What? Because we won?
Yeah.
Mate, my fan cam, the title was "Big Up Enzo Maresca."
No. Did you cry when we won, like of happiness?
No.
Okay,
But I
good.
almost cried when we scored one of the goals. I was close. Like I was like, you know, when you're celebrating, you're like, yeah. But I think it was the second goal, mate. Was it the second goal?
Well,
Let me
when
see.
Jackson knocked it in with his boobies.
Not dealing with his boobies.
Yeah, he chested it, didn't
Let me see if I can. Yeah, this was the one. This is when like I was close to crying, but I didn't. But I could have. I'll share my screen. Mate, I've only ever cried twice at the football, mate. And once was when we lost to City in the Carabao Cup final, the game that Kepa refused to come off. I cried after that. And I cried when Palmer scored to win 4-3, mate, last season. Only 2 times I've ever cried.
Yeah, see, nah.
Let's have a look. This was when I almost got a bit emotional, but it didn't quite happen.
Much better.
This is when it almost happened, but it didn't quite happen.
You've gone soft, brother.
Mate, almost. Not quite,
You've
though.
gone soft.
No, it didn't happen, Matt. It didn't happen.
No, it's all good, my G. Well, where was you sitting anyway? Was you in like the UEFA bit or the Chelsea fan bit?
Like both. No, I was
you look like,
this was my view. That was my view. When we scored. So I was basically with the Chelsea fans, yeah. I was with Chelsea fans.
Yeah, well, was there any Real Betis in your bit?
No.
On the other side, there was quite a few Real Betis. I was quite
there was quite a few. I mean, if you went right up to the top, mate, there was a few.
I swear on my life, yeah. When they were jumping around when they were winning 1-0 and that, and there was in our bit, I see that from like on the far left, to the left hand side. I was like, oh mate, I was going mental just with having no Betis fans near me. Mate, I'd tell you so now, if we were winning the way we were and they were celebrating like that next to me, best believe me, I'd have been getting in their face. Like, fucking yes! Fucking laugh now, you fucking mug. Who are you fucking laughing at? Get in your end with your fans, you fucking prick.
Yeah. I remember when Arsenal scored in the MHL. Do you remember there was that Arsenal fan? Was that this season?
What's that?
When Arsenal scored and there was an Arsenal fan in Matthew Harding.
Yeah, that was the 2-2 with Pochettino.
Oh, that was last season.
Last season,
I remember that.
And there was a massive.
Mate, you're seeing more and more of that stuff. It's ridiculous, to be honest with you. Like this, the bloody Swedish fans, the Djurgården fans, mate. That was embarrassing. We've had a few of them, man. We've had a few of them, but people buy the tickets. Even Bonnie Blue can get a ticket at Stamford, mate. Bonnie Blue.
I know. I spoke to her after the game, didn't I? When she was out on herself. I asked her why she was wearing a Chelsea shirt. She said, "I'm a Chelsea fan." I went, "No, you're not. You're a Forest fan." And then, because I was walking with Philo, and then he was asking me who that girl was, and I was trying to explain to her who Bonnie Blue is. And it was funny because I described it with him, and I said, the one man versus the 100 men versus the one gorilla, and he went, yeah, and I went, well, she does another version of that. She does the how many man can you fuck, and how many man can you fuck, and he was like,
she did 1,000, mate. She did 1,000.
Yeah, I know. And like Felipe went, bro. He went, bro. It was funny.
I thought you were going to say that you went back to her place after or something.
No, I was just walking with
Matt getting a bit of Bonnie Blues.
No, it was funny. It was funny, man.
That's all good, mate. It's all
Yeah.
good.
Have you seen me in the celebrations for the T&T video? You know, in Enzo and Jackson's goal.
No,
It's on
I
Instagram.
haven't
You
seen
can
it.
see me with my bucket hat on, and I take my hat off, and I'm like jumping up and down because I was just behind the goal. I was like row 6, weren't I?
No, honestly, I haven't actually seen. Mate, I haven't seen the highlights. I haven't watched the highlights of the game yet.
Yeah, I was in row 6, right behind the goal.
You were all over social media. I remember you telling me you gained like 1,000 followers.
No,
I
I've gained.
don't post on my Instagram. I just don't have fucking time.
Yes,
I mean, obviously I have time, but I'm too busy I'm too busy, man, to post on Instagram. I used to post on Insta all the time.
Now on TikTok I got like 1,000, and then on Instagram I got nearly 2,000.
No, big up to you, man.
Yeah, it was a lot, but obviously like this, I had loads of newspapers and articles and that share my video of Mudryk.
Yeah.
Well, it did help the fact that Mudryk was singing his own song.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. No, that was good. I like the fact that he did that. What was I going to say, Matt? We've got to speak about one other thing as well, mate. What do you think about this potential rumor of Petrovic going to Monaco and Chelsea demanding about 25 million? What do you think about that? Big up to Darmesh.
Fuck knows. Well, fucking let's go buy the AC Milan goalkeeper then.
Why? We've literally got Petrovic. Doesn't make any sense, mate.
Like, if he wants to go, he wants to go. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think he does. I think it's Chelsea. Why would we accept a bid of 20? Mate, the guy's worth 40 million. He's a top goalkeeper.
Like I said,
goalkeeper.
I thought he was decent with us. And
he's been fucking unreal with Strasbourg. He's been one of the best goalkeepers in Europe, mate, statistically.
Yeah,
his distribution has been the best, if I'm not wrong, in Europe. He's made no mistakes leading to opposition chances.
I don't care about that distribution bullshit. I fucking Onana is meant to be one of the best.
He's made no mistakes leading to goals. And I mean, I don't know his save percentage, but I know he's been getting a lot of clean sheets as well. So I just don't get it, mate. I don't get it. I don't understand that. I think it's pathetic. I think that would undermine so many of the good things that we do. Is messing around with that goalkeeper position. I really think it's just strange.
We've got enough goalkeepers to fucking choose from. That's for a fucking fact.
Yeah, but he's the best one out of the lot.
I think Lucas Bergstrom is, if you ask me.
Huh. Well, we'll find out, won't we? We'll find out. We will find out. Hey, listen, big up to everyone that's watching. Appreciate everybody checking out the stream. We've got over 120 of you in the building, and we've only got 69 likes. Let's get up to 100. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Smash the like button. Once we get to 100 likes as well, I don't know. I usually say that we'll win the cup, but we've already done it. So just smash the like button if you're happy that we've won the cup. Yeah, appreciate you coming on as well, Matt. Have you got any plans for the weekend?
No, mate, I'm fucking recovering.
You working?
I was pissed yesterday as well when I got up before my flight and stuff. I was drinking. It was my mate's birthday, so we was all drinking like when we woke up and stuff until our flight, which was at like 6 o'clock in the evening.
Fair. Well, we'll see what happens, mate. Well, I hope you recover, mate. You coming to London anytime soon, or America?
I might do my tax rebate in the next week and see. That's what I need to know. You've got old mate his number, ain't you? You know the bald fella Steve.
Yeah, he's coming to America.
Yeah, I know. If I book my flights, I might see what deals he got and shit like that.
Well, if you need a ticket, mate, I can get you a ticket to the game. The game's in America.
In the Chelsea end?
Next to me.
What, are you going?
Yeah. But they're really fucking expensive. Like it's stupid money.
Yeah,
to be honest.
how much?
A couple £100 at least.
Is that in the UEFA end or Chelsea end?
I don't have the tickets off the top of my head, but those were like the ones that we got through Chelsea.
Yeah. Cause I wouldn't want to sit in the UEFA end, sitting next to like opposite fans and now doing my.
I'll be honest with you though, mate. There's going to be a lot of that in America, I reckon.
What? But that's not. I think that's ridiculous. Well, I don't want to sit next to a bunch of like. No, mate, definitely not. You're not going to have Chelsea fans sitting.
I don't know, but that's American sports, isn't it? So I can imagine.
Well, American sports is about to fucking find the fuck about, like, fuck around, find out. Do you know what I mean? There's a reason why many people have died in these fucking type of shit when this hasn't been manned properly.
It's true.
A lot of people have died. Not like, look, mate. Yeah, mate. Definitely not. Oh yeah, that's gonna work. Fucking having, yeah.
We'll see.
Mixing fans, definitely not. What the Brazilian fans, like Flamingo fans? Oh, definitely not. You got fucking killers there, bruv.
What was I going to say? I reckon. Oh man, you've got to come to America. That'd be class, mate. Come down to America.
I've already got quite a lot of people that's like inboxed me on TikTok asking me if I'm coming. Like American people.
Yeah, come to America, man. Come to America. Who else is going? I know George. George is going. George Benson. I'm guessing Feroz will be there. Do you know Feroz?
George Benson owes me money, actually. He's got me plastered over his fucking Instagram. That's a bit of fucking, you want a video of me? I need a permission slip, or I need a fucking cheeky £20 note in my fucking wallet.
Are you on his Instagram? Why?
He spoke about the Modric video.
I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, you were everywhere for that one, mate. I'm sure you were on like some news networks.
Yeah, like 3 or 4.
I'll big up to you, man. Well, listen, guys, we're going to wrap it up there. Appreciate you coming on, Matty. Smash the like button as well, guys, and we'll catch up very, very soon. All the best.